Welcome to Reykjavik, Iceland again. And today we're going to experience a little bit of the sweets of Reykjavik in Iceland. And we are here by Omnom Chocolate, and they make ice cream and chocolate bars, and we'll get to know a little bit more about them as we'll interview Mr. Kjartan, who's one of the staff members of Omnom. Blessaður.
Hi.
So what's Omnom?
Omnom is a chocolate factory. We do bean to bar chocolate. That means we are importing all our cocoa beans ourselves and making chocolate from them. Just a very simple way. Also, we have a little ice cream shop here behind me, which we serve like ice cream desserts, a little bit with soft serve and lots of other fun elements that we create here in-house. But otherwise, our DNA is basically the chocolate, so we have a lot of fun with it. We have quite a few products that we make from our chocolate here in-house. And yeah, we've been here for now 5 years in this location, and we have a really nice day actually today. So
yes. It's 12 degrees Celsius here over here. It's what's that? 12. That's 24. That's 48 Fahrenheit or 58 Fahrenheit. So that's quite a good weather, considering we've been having rain constantly here for a couple of weeks.
And very cold as well. But yeah, this is really nice. Perfect day to come for ice cream, hang out. So, do you guys want to check inside?
Yes, of course.
Good, sir.
So that's the brand name, Omnom Ice Cream and Omnom Chocolate. They've been here going on since 2013, as you see. Making freaking awesome chocolate since 2013.
Yeah, so this is our shop. We just made it into an ice cream shop last fall. During COVID, we wanted to try something different, and it was an opportunity to just go ahead with some ideas that we've been working on for quite a few years. So
you used the opportunity of COVID to do some changes.
It taught us that we maybe need to think differently for different type of markets, especially here domestically. So I love ice cream and I love chocolate, so it was a perfect combination to put it all together. We have these, it's a little bit more, how do you say it? It's a little premium type ice cream desserts. There's a lot of work that goes into them. We make around now 8 flavors, and we also have one surprise flavor here in the smaller version. Okay. We have 2 types of ice cream that we're using, a regular just old school vanilla, and then also a licorice chocolate ice cream that we make in-house here as well.
Licorice chocolate, that sounds horrible.
For some it does.
No, it sounds delicious.
It's a very popular local flavor, but people who are willing to try it, they actually are slightly surprised that it actually doesn't taste so bad. Black licorice, like especially the state, is not a very popular candy, but here in Iceland we just basically put it on everything, and especially blended with chocolate, it's a perfect combination.
The licorice of Iceland is a little bit sweeter than usually the black licorice of US, for example.
Yeah.
And so they have all kinds of these ice treats. So chocolate cookie crumble, white chocolate vanilla sauce, milk chocolate wolf.
So these are from the kids menu, the smaller versions, and then up there you'll find a little bit more adult theme, like for instance the bat, which we make from our coffee chocolate with some roasted pretzel crumble and the yuzu curd. We also do one of the most popular flavor, which is the kolkrabbin. It's the licorice and raspberry combination with licorice chocolate sauce and a little bit extra sour gummy. By far our most popular dish is over here, the hrúturinn, which you have our caramelized peanuts and some milk chocolate, and then we make some homemade almond butter that we use all our leftover almonds from the production.
Oh, sounds delicious.
Over here we have some of most of our products that we're doing today. We just launched this one here. This is perfect now for camping. This is our s'mores kit. It includes some marshmallows and oatmeal cookies, of course, and then one of our most popular bar, the caramel bar. So inside we got the unicorn-looking caramel bar. This is a milk chocolate made with the cocoa beans from Nicaragua and sprinkled with caramel pieces. And inside we have some fresh marshmallows and oatmeal cookies. This is perfect for camping.
So you're probably taking that to the volcano, right?
Yeah, actually somebody's already done that. Beat me to it, took it there, but it worked. But don't go too close. It's actually not that safe yet.
Of course.
All of our products, as I say, are over here. We do different types of chocolate. We do from single origin, dark chocolate, to white chocolate with flavor. For instance, this is probably our most unique flavor that we do. This is called the black and burnt barley. It's made with barley corn from the east coast of Iceland, and also has a little bit of lava salt that kind of gives it its signature black looking color.
Okay.
It's kind of weird, but it really works, trust me on that. It has this kind of weird combination of beer and bread. I don't know how best to describe it. And then, of course, chocolate.
So perfect, and with a pint of beer maybe, like
Yeah.
a dark.
Dark
Like
or
a-
even light works with it perfectly.
Okay.
So this one here we just launched. This is called Cookies and Cream. This is a white chocolate made with Icelandic milk powder. It's very fatty milk powder, so it's very creamy consistent. And then also on the back we have these little dark chocolate cookies that go perfectly with it. Very similar to a very popular biscuit brand in the States.
Okay. People can order this online, right? They can.
Oh, yeah.
Get sent like some chocolate bars.
So in the States we have omnomchocolate.com, which you can order most of all the product. I think the s'mores kit is about to drop and it's very soon from now.
Okay. Omnomchocolate.com.
Yeah.
We'll drop the links later on also. So just. And I see that you have received some prizes, right?
Yeah, so we've been lucky enough to compete in the International Chocolate Awards. The Milk of Nicaragua, which won us gold for Best Milk Chocolate in 2018. This is a 50% milk chocolate bar, which is very high for milk chocolate. So technically we call it like a dark milk. So it has it has that nice bitterness from the cocoa, but also the kind of fudgy creaminess that you get from the milk.
Okay.
This is actually what we use as the base for our caramel bar.
Okay.
And one of my also favorite ones is the sea salt almonds. I mentioned earlier we have an ice cream that we use almond butter from. That is actually made from the leftover almonds that don't make the cut. We try to sift all our almonds and we don't put any too much kind of dust on it. And from those leftovers we make almond butter for the ice cream.
Okay. Sounds good.
This one is still like my perfect favorite.
So this is like the World Cup of chocolate.
Yeah, technically it is. So it has a lot of credibility as one of the best chocolate awards in the world at the moment.
Okay. So I see a lot of guys are tuning in. We have about 65 live, and a lot of people have tried some of the chocolate. I know there's one person that's going to. Patricia is going to the shop, just going to Iceland just to go to the shop alone. So she's a fan.
Oh, perfect.
And now what is this over here?
These are our crunch ball, milk chocolate crunch ball. Well, actually made from different types of chocolate. We have the milk chocolate, we have the sea salted toffee that has the kind of slightly caramelized white chocolate, and then we have the licorice and sea salt, which again is probably one of our most popular flavors that we're around. So these are kind of let's see if I can open up one. So very kind of classic malt balls, and then you go with milk chocolate. So, we'll drop one. These are delicious as a snack.
Looks delicious.
What?
Yes, thank you. I always think about beer when I think about this kind of chocolate.
Yeah, it works also well with beer. Sure.
So how many types of chocolate do you have? Chocolate bars?
I think we have around 17 or 18.
Okay.
We have a couple of seasonal flavors as well that come out at Christmas. And then we also do a very specific Easter bunny, which we don't have in house now, but we have a candle version of them up there. That's our Mr. Carrot. He's only around Easter time.
Okay.
But we do have some of his favorite treats over here. This is Mr. Carrot's Mango Passion Milk Chocolate. These are covered, actually it's an almond, salted almond covered in Mango Passion chocolate.
Mango passion chocolate.
Yeah, so we make it from fruit powders that are made from mango and passion, and then also a little bit of milk chocolate is involved there as well.
Yummy.
Then back over here we have our chocolate production, if you guys want to take a peek at that.
Yeah. Don't I need to put on my shoes?
Yeah, it's just drop inside. There's no loud noises there. Usually it's very loud.
So you have vanilla and then licorice chocolate.
Licorice, like we say in Iceland, lakris.
Licorice. And then a mixed
Yeah,
mixture.
you can actually do a swirl of them, both of them. So if you don't like too much licorice and you want a little vanilla with it, you can swirl them together.
Beautiful.
So this is the chocolate kingdom. This is where we make all our chocolate. I don't know if it's very loud in here, but this is actually very quiet compared to when it's in full production. So as I said earlier, we do bean to bar chocolate. That means we roast all our cow beans. This is what they look like after they've been roasted. We'd like to pick one up here. Just peel off the skin. And that will give us the nips. So this is fresh 100% chocolate before it actually becomes a chocolate bar. But if you break them up, this is what you can actually eat this. This is bitter, it's a little sour, but in the end this will become chocolate after we ground it down into a paste. And from there on we can start adding the sugar, milk, depending on what kind of flavor we're going to be making.
And you focus really hard on making, you're choosing the best chocolate beans around,
Yeah.
right?
So once we kind of like fit our profile, there's a lot of good cocoa beans out there. We use 4 single origin cocoa beans from Peru, Madagascar, Nicaragua, and Tanzania. These have been like the perfect choice for us for the products that we're making. And I think these one actually are Madagascar beans. But then over here, after we take in the shell off and nips, we put them through the grinder over here. You can really smell it here. I wish you guys could smell it in here. But this is what we call a cocoa paste or a cocoa liqueur.
There's a really nice thick aroma going around, guys. I wish you could smell it also. When we have like 5 senses live streams, then you'll get this. But we'll get there sometime.
So all those nips that I was showing you earlier, we put them in here. Essentially what happens is there are wheels here made from granite stone, and the bottom as well is made from granite stone. They just basically spin and break down the nips. What happens is that the friction causes some heat, and the heat will start melting down the cocoa fat that's inside the nip. So that's why you get it fluid like this. Chocolate in a sense is almost 50% cocoa fat, and that's really what gives it its nice mouthfeel, the clean crispiness.
Okay.
So this gets grounded down for up to 48 hours in here. I don't know if you can see it, it's a little bit gritty at the moment, but it will turn into a perfect, clean, like silky looking mass in the end.
Okay.
Also what it helps doing, it kind of evaporates some of the volatile flavors that are in the nips at this moment, some of the like sour and bitter flavors, and give it a little better, you round it off a little better this way.
Manuel is asking, is there no shipping to Europe at the time?
Is there a shipping? Not from us, but we do have a importer in Germany called Chocolate Dealer. You can check him out.
Okay.
Chocolatedealer.de or .com, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Who does shipping around Europe for us.
Okay, sounds good.
Over here we have the traceability machine. This is where we make the little malt balls that we tasted up earlier. So basically it's kind of like a big cement mixer, but we add the balls in here, and then we have chocolate that gets sprayed on top, and eventually we'll kind of like build up around the walnut. Then over here we have our main production space. This is where we do the packaging and most of the other stuff. So at the moment we're just wrapping up some bars that were made this morning, and usually we have around 5,000 to 6,000 bars made here every day.
All hand packaged?
All hand packaged so far. That machine over there is not being in use at the moment.
Okay. So what kind of, why chocolate in Iceland? What kind of idea is that? Like
just one of those crazy ideas that weren't supposed to work, I would say. I mean, my idea was that me and my co-founder Oscar wanted to start like a bakery shop that we would maybe make our own chocolate on the side just for the pastries. And that kind of like developed into the idea of just making the chocolate itself. And we'll hold off the pastry shop for now, but we might be getting there soon.
Okay.
But yeah, it was just something that we thought would be fun to do. It was kind of a big experimental phase that we did for 9 months, just figuring out the right recipes, the design for the packaging, finding a production space, which we actually started in an abandoned gasoline station not far away from here in Seltjarnarnes. which was our starting space, and we moved into this space 5 years ago, so it's quite more roomy. We have a lot more room in the back over here. But this is, I don't know, I would say if you asked me 8 years ago, are you guys going to be still in business? So on and so on. I would say no. I mean, I thought it was always gonna wither out at some point, but it's been like a snowball that's escalated every year.
So probably a passion project, right?
Yeah.
A little bit of a, there hasn't been a lot of like, well, really high quality chocolatiers in Iceland. But,
well, people who make stuff from chocolate are around. They're very good, but nobody who has been making it the way with the same method we have been doing.
Yeah.
So thinking about the source ingredient, how you roast the cocoa beans, what kind of flavors you want to add into it. You mean we would sometimes specific that something is like a candy manufacturer, then there's us who make chocolate only. So it is our passion, it is our DNA, and that's what we want to be in the future, for sure.
So you started mixing ice cream into it, but that's because Icelanders are crazy about ice cream. So you were thinking about doing something domestically, like something that would. It's lovely to sit outside, especially in a weather like today.
Exactly.
And
I mean, to try to explain to somebody outside of Iceland why we love ice cream all year around. Going in snowstorms 9 o'clock in the evening just to get ice cream. It sounds insane, but I can't explain it. There's just people have always loved ice cream here in Iceland.
I was just driving by, there's an ice cream parlor in Álfheimar, and it was 9 p.m. It was raining outside, and there was a queue around the corner, for the ice cream. Sometimes I like ice cream, but some people like it more than others. Obviously.
I mean, we're going to see where this is going to take us. I mean, we're just going to do this shop for now. Maybe later on we can open something else more downtown, but we're quite happy in this area. I mean, this area that we are now, which is the kind of old harbor area, there's still a lot of fish companies here. The trawlers still come in not far away. We get the smell of the fishing factories sometimes over if the wind is correct, but there's a lot of new opportunities in this area. This is just off center. We actually have a nice brewery opening next door very soon, so there's a lot of new businesses that have been coming here in the 5 years we've been here.
What brewery is opening?
I think it's Lady Brewery.
Lady
Brewery. Are going to be opening?
Excellent.
It's a very cool brewery, make awesome beer, owned by women only, so I really love them. And some other stuff, that I'm probably forgetting. Lots of new restaurants that have been opening here in the past.
Yeah, Grandi area is happening kind of, a lot of Grandi food hall and Valdís ice cream also.
Exactly. They do different type of, I love Valdís.
Yeah, different. So that's like Italian. So these are coffee beans over there, different.
Those are the mothballs we saw earlier. These ones just have to go one more round in tumbler to get that shine. So now they're ready to be shined. They look a little matte at the moment.
Yeah.
We'll be putting them in one more time, and then we'll just kind of polish them off.
Okay.
To get that nice, so you don't actually melt on your finger.
Okay.
But this is just technically here. This is where all the chocolate gets made, and in there we temper and wrap everything up. But I think it's time now for ice cream, or
yes, sounds good. Sounds good.
Let's try and make some for you guys and see if you pick a favorite.
So guys, what kind of ice cream should we get? So Iceland's Willy Wonka.
Yeah. Let's do panda, kolkrabin, isbjörn, and
I'm gonna go out here so we have the view. So what kind of? We have the ice beer, we have the panda, we have the octopus, right? The swan, the bat, the ram, and the honey fly. That's one of the key things also in Icelandic ice cream parlors. They have all kinds of these crumbles and stuff that they mix into the ice cream. Nuts and What can you tell me about the name? Some
Omnom, it was kind of a word theme title that was just supposed to be funny, and I think we were always going to find a better name. But I think it was just when our designer actually showed us our first kind of mock-up of the logo, that we kind of just fell in love with the look of it, that we decided to just keep it. You know, it's more meant to be kind of whimsical and yeah, kind of just not we take things, you know, we take things serious when it comes to chocolate, but enjoying chocolate, you know, it can just be fun. So this is the what we call the octopus, it's made with the licorice sauce, some raspberry gummies, and licorice, raspberries that have been dried and covered in some licorice chocolate. And this is probably one of our newest favorites. It's called the Panda. And it's kind of like our take on cookies and cream. This is the Ram with the salted caramel peanuts and homemade almond butter.
looks good, right? Yeah, they put a lot into the presentation.
Then over here we have the Icelandic, the polar bear, which is our kind of take on s'mores with chocolate sauce, oatmeal crumble, and burnt Italian meringue. A little bit of smoked sea salt on top. So let's just cut the spoon and take this outside.
Oof. It's a horrible job to be doing this. Yes, it's a horrible thing, but somebody's got to do it.
Oh my goodness. You got one of everything?
Yes. So as you see, there's a whole lot that goes into the presentation of the ice cream.
Yeah, I mean, we thought like with the ice cream, we wanted to have them kind of fun, but also tasty and a nice combination of flavors together. So, you ready to try some?
Of course I'm ready.
Here's your... I can join you.
Yes.
This is a lot to get through, I think.
Yes, I would love to get some help. Well, that's one of the...
My personal favorite, I'm actually between these two here. The cookies and cream, just a very simple cookie crumble made with 70% dark chocolate. We have a little bit of vanilla, white chocolate sauce on the side. And then this one, as I said earlier, the caramelized peanut and peanut butter. No, excuse me, almond butter.
Okay, which was the licorice thing?
This one here, the octopus over here.
That's I'm crazy about licorice, so I think that's the one that I'm gonna try out first.
Go for it. It's melting actually. That's so
Yes.
hot.
Yes, it's been like raining for a long couple of weeks here in Iceland after a dry season, so we are very happy that finally there's.
We have to get the gummy as well.
Uh,
We're gonna get that sour, sweet and sour, and salty.
So, horrible job, guys. Wow,
Is it good?
this is crazy good. I'm not a big raspberry
No.
guy, but this works.
Yeah, it's something about with the licorice. It's very strong and overwhelming, so we felt they needed something tart, you know, kind of sour to kind of balance it.
Yeah, but I'm not a, as I said, not a big fan of raspberries, but this kind of like a combination is crazy good. So what go dig in.
Yeah.
Don't
I'll
let
go
me
for this one here.
don't let me stop you.
I'm gonna take the eye as well.
So, what is your background for? Just a crazy about chocolate, or what? Why? How did it lead to this?
Most of my background is a chef. I worked for chef as a chef for 20 years, and basically always been very interested in anything food related and dessert making specifically, maybe. And chocolate was kind of like what just kind of fascinated me about it was that it's something that they don't teach you in school how to make. It's something you always just you buy and it's ready and processed. And I thought it was just an interesting thing to get my hands on and see if I could make it on my own. And partly that idea that I said earlier that we wanted to open up a pastry shop and have the chocolate making as a side thing. That was just kind of like my way in, maybe into the chocolate world. That I wasn't sure we were ever going to build a brand around it, but that had happened. And I think also just chocolate as not a product or raw material, the cocoa bean is just a fascinating thing to work with. It has so many possibilities with it.
But interesting that you started as a chef and then you went for the sweet.
Yeah, it happens with a lot of chefs. Not many of them want to be in the dessert corner taking care of the desserts. They just want to be on the line, doing where all the action is. But I always felt comfortable in the back, maybe taking on my time, putting together something like that. So
Yeah, and you obviously, as you see on the design of this, you obviously like to put like your brand on it, or you have a nice presentation.
yeah, I think it's important. You start eating with your eyes, so it's always important to get that moment or anticipation happening when you see something that looks very delicious. That you are kind of expecting something to be good.
Yeah, I see a lot of people here are just are starting to eat through the camera. So
Yeah.
so obviously the presentation plays a big part in it.
Absolutely.
So I'll have to try the cookies and cream also.
Oh yeah. Take the other eye out.
Yep.
I'll push it. Yeah.
Yep.
This one is just very simple, kind of most.
But very delicious, like the cookie crumble or whatever it's. Yeah.
It's just a kind of classic butter cookie, but we make it with our chocolate that we make here in the house, of course, and it gives it just the added bitterness and balance from the sweet perfectly.
Yeah, it's just perfect. And this one,
This is what we call the swan. So this is a little bit more complex. We have some of the caramelized white chocolate. Underneath you have a sauce made from passion fruit, and then also there's a little bit of macaroon with a passion fruit filling as an added bonus.
Sounds complicated, but it looks delicious.
Oh, sorry, the flakes are actually, oh, sorry, I always forget. These are actually coconut that's been covered in the caramelized white chocolate.
Interesting. So like a coconut crumble with a white chocolate covering.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. I think I've never had this is crazy good, guys.
And I would say this one here is my absolute favorite. So you have the peanut butter, there's some salt, caramel, and then the salted almond butter more. I think that's my general theme through everything. There is salt everywhere in one way or another.
And you specifically you get the salt from a guy in West Church, right?
Yep, it's called Saltwerk. We've been working with them just from the beginning. They're awesome guys. They make the best salt in the world. You can actually visit them, and it's quite a journey to go there. It's in the Westfjords, but they make lovely product. We actually also use the seawater that they use when they're making the salt to toast our almond to actually put on our almonds after we toasted them.
Okay, so
we spray our almonds actually with reduced seawater that they've been cooking the salt out of. So it's very salty seawater. It's extra salty actually,
Yep.
and we spray it on our hot almonds when they come out of the oven, and it just sits perfectly and dries off really fast.
Wow, you put a lot of thought into what you're doing.
I mean, when you're cooking and you have fun with it, that's when you have the best results. Let's go for this one here again.
Yeah, I'm having a problem choosing which one I like the best because they are very different. You know, they're yeah. This one is very. I haven't had that taste before. Like this is yeah, completely unique, and then the combination here with the raspberry and licorice is just lovely.
That's why you can come more than once.
Yes,
Just to go through everything in peace and quiet.
So people are asking, what is like a typical Christmas, flavor?
For like dessert, I think, I'm guessing.
For like the chocolate or
Yeah, I mean, something usually that's, for classic, if you have something spiced with cinnamon and nutmeg and maybe a little bit of clover and ginger, I mean, that's a kind of classic. We actually make 3 types of chocolate for Christmas every season. We have one that's a white chocolate that we actually use all those spices, plus we use a orange peel, mostly because we want that, and malt, because we have like this signature drink here in Iceland that's like an orange soda and malt soda, and usually people blend them together, and we want to have that flavor in one of our chocolate bars. One of the other bars that we do has a gingerbread cookie kind of milk chocolate, and which is, I think, is very classic for us at least.
Yeah, we call it Christmas ale, the mix of orange soda and malt extract, and so this is a perfect combination of what he's describing to basically drink Christmas ale and enjoy a chocolate bar.
And some smoked meat as well on the side.
Yeah, of course. But this, this is probably surprisingly, like I said, don't like the big fan of raspberries, but this is the licorice ice cream is very, very good.
Very nice.
So that's one of the key things that we do here in Iceland, that we mix licorice into everything. We are one of 3 countries in the world that combine licorice and chocolate together, for example, for a lot of different types of chocolate bars and more. So about the European, I see a couple of people that are living in the UK. So they're asking about how to approach. We'll send you a link.
I can probably supply you with some of the links top of I think it's .co.uk in the UK.
Okay.
But I can probably send you more of the links for the European market that you can order online from.
Okay, excellent. So, any questions from you guys for Kjartan? What were the tentacles made of?
Licorice chocolate. So it's the same chocolate that we use for the sauce and everything. It's the white chocolate that we mix with licorice powder. So technically it's white chocolate licorice.
White chocolate licorice. Sounds good. And
I can see it already.
a couple of people are saying this is
soft.
a work of art.
Thank you.
Marla is gaining weight just looking at it. What flavor of the chocolate bar is that? My favorite is coffee. What would you recommend for a coffee drinker? Is there some?
Well, we have a specific coffee bar actually. It's called Coffee and Milk, and it's made from espresso beans that we get roasted here in Reykjavik from a roastery called Reykjavik Roasters. So it's technically a white chocolate that then we add the whole coffee beans into it, and it kind of tricks you to believe that you're actually eating milk chocolate with that coffee flavor, but it is really just full-on coffee. It's called coffee plus milk.
Coffee plus milk. How do you come up with the flavor combination? And is there a particular flavor you love to make? What's your favorite?
You get inspired from lots of different things. You can get inspired seeing this is kind of like inspired by a Snickers bar. Technically, caramelized peanuts. You always get that inspiration from that. This is definitely Oreo cookie inspired. But then you kind of like try to look at that and see if you can make it any better. Maybe using some better ingredients. I think anything with caramel or where sugar is caramelized, that's kind of my favorite things, especially with chocolate. And of course salt.
Yeah, everything is with salt.
Oh, look at this guy. He's all gone now.
We're melting away here. Kim is making an order now. and she's intrigued by the licorice raspberry, so she will. But is there something like a? Is there some kind of chocolate bar combination that she could get? That
Like that?
yeah.
There's one actually that is licorice raspberry in UCP online as well. It's called licorice plus raspberry.
Okay. So
This was such a popular combination that we decided to put it in a bar as well.
of course, beautiful. So yes, I think we have answered all your questions. How do you get to your store from downtown Reykjavik? Are you within walking distance? Yes. This is like 20 minutes, 25 minutes maybe from downtown Reykjavik, and this is in the Grandi area.
And you also have the hop-on bike, so it'll take you 5 minutes.
Yeah, like
One of those.
you can also jump on hop on, hop off bikes that are all over now in downtown, so you can be here in 5 minutes if you want. So it's you know, it's not too far away at all, and it's also placing an order. So yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy your chocolate bars, but I'm gonna enjoy finishing up some of these ice creams. Right? No, I will have a hard time, but Kjartan,
Yep.
takk fyrir okkur,
Thank you for coming by. Takk fyrir.
and we'll see each other hopefully sometime in the future when you have something new to offer us.
Absolutely. And anybody who's watching, definitely come by and try some of this stuff out if you're interested.
So they have a really nice ice cream parlor here, and as you see here in the summertime, it's a lovely benches here to sit outside and enjoy some ice cream and chocolate. So we'll say bless.
Ciao.
Bless.